That's me. We are there right now. We are
Fellas,
there right
What's
now.
up?
All right. Listen, let's get to it, fellas. Let's get to it. First of all, I don't know what national day it is, but it is October 1st. It is October 1st, and it is the first day of the rest of the year, the last quarter. Quick to each of you. Cuff, we'll go first. I'm putting you on the spot. I put it out on Twitter today. It is October 1st. There are 31 days in October. Give me something that you are committed to doing every day for 31 days.
Every day for 31 days. Been so busy working and running around and doing things that I have
That
not
doesn't
been
answer the
taking
question.
care of my health. So
Give me
let
something
me get
that
to
you're
my
going to
answer.
commit to do starting today, and you're going to do it for 31 days.
I'm gonna move my body, exercise, walk. That's the
I
commitment.
love it. I love it. 31 days of exercise for Christopher Cuff.
31 days.
Yes, sir. 31
Great
days.
Glenn, all good in your birthday month.
That's
Oh.
right.
What are you going to do for 31 days?
For 31 days, every day, I'm going to remove something from my garage until it is cleaned out.
Oh man, that's a good one.
For 31 days, every day, Bishop, I'm taking something out of my garage.
That's a good one.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day. And you might be, and the people fixing your sidewalk might be able to use it, but that's
I know, right?
that's a whole nother story. Listen, for 31 days, I am going to work out. For 31 days, I'm going to work out for 31 days. I'm finally feeling better after COVID. But also, and not to sound too churchy, because this is Sports View with the crew, I've decided that I'm going to sew for 31 days. And
Amen.
so we are all in a situation where we can give electronically, we can give whenever we want. So I'm going to sew something every day for 31 days. So let's get to sports. Last night, you had the battle of number one overall picks. You had that battle. You had the Cincinnati Bengals against, I guess we're supposed to say, our state's own Jacksonville Jaguars. And they almost won. They almost were up most of the game, but Bengals win the game 24-21 on last night. Joe Burrow was 25 of 32 for 348 yards and 2 TDs. Trevor Lawrence played all right. He's 17 of 24 for 204 yards, no picks, no TDs. Did you guys watch the game?
I watched some of it. Yeah,
I did too. I watched some of it.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Someone said earlier that this would be a Joe Burrow revenge game because remember, Urban Meyer, when he was the coach at Ohio State, recruited Joe Burrow to Ohio State, but never would start him in front of JT Barrett and what the guy that's at the Steelers right now. Dwayne Haskins, and so SU and the rest is history.
History.
So some people said that he was to get his revenge on last night. Great Glenn, all good. You are a huge Joe Burrow fan. What did you see?
I saw the Joe Burrow that I knew who would be good. The Joe Burrow that I knew that I think this is his second year.
This is the second year.
Last year, and he had a really great start. The Joe Burrow that I saw in the game against Texas A&M University, that was like 85-83. Remember that when he was like a senior at LSU, and it was a really good game. You do. But anyway, I saw that kid in that overtime game. I was like, ooh, he's good. And this was like 2.5 years ago. He's still good. He's the Joe Burrow that deserves to be 3-1 right now. and leading the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals, you and Chris, mark my word, Chris is a Dallas animal. What is he doing?
Yeah,
I just saw it.
Yeah. Can you see it?
The Bengals, Bishop Derek Bishop
McTriplet. Wow.
Bishop Derek McTriplet.
Y'all both of my boys. I put y'all together. Did you hear it? Bishop, BDT, you guys mark my word. The Bengals are a playoff team.
The 3-1 right now.
I told y'all. I'm telling y'all
right now.
Joe Burrow.
The 3-1 right now. But Mr. prisoner of the moment.
Say what you will.
Chris Cuff, what did you see last night?
I was looking at Trevor. I was watching Trevor, and Trevor basically looks like a rookie quarterback. Everybody has all these high expectations, but he's just doing his thing. They calmed things down for him. They pulled it back, controlled it more for him. But he had a couple of spectacular throws. No picks, thank goodness. That was his problem in the first few games. So they looked okay. I was encouraged that they were scoring 21 points as the game went on.
Right.
And they held it pretty good. They just lost on a field goal at the end. So I think it's kind of a moral victory for the Jags that they kind of tightening things up and getting a little bit better.
It's interesting, Cuff, that you talk about him looking like a rookie. And one of the things that we have to okay to him. That means if you were number one overall pick, and both of these gentlemen were, that means you were chosen by a bad team. You were chosen by a bad team. The Jacksonville Jaguars, I think, lost their 19th game in a row on last night. And so they were picked by teams. But it was heartbreaking for them to lose a particular game. He said, and I quote, he said, "It's devastating, heartbreaking. To these guys," he says, "usually I'm not wrong about stuff like that. I just see a good team in there. I see good guys. I see good hearts. I see guys that work wrong about this stuff. This team is going to win some games." And you follow a guy like that. You follow a guy like that. I'm not wrong. I see a good team in you, and I'm not wrong. You like that, don't you, Glenn? You like that, don't you?
No.
You don't like Urban Meyer, but
I do like Urban Meyer. It's Jarrell that doesn't like Urban Meyer.
Okay.
Jarrell thinks Urban Meyer is a cheater. Listen, what I hear, I hear maybe the beginnings of a man who is second guessing himself. I may hear the beginnings of a guy who's maybe thinking it's over.
How did you get that out of that?
Because I watched his body language on the sideline.
To lose.
Urban Meyer, he's not a loser. He doesn't like to lose. He does not like to lose. He'll rather go back home. He'll rather go back home and finish raising his family, like he said he was when he first retired.
The first time.
Did you see?
I don't know if he can do this. I don't know.
We just saw a great Allgoodism. Watch. Did you just see that? I read some words, and then the great Glenn Allgood, I asked him, "What did you get out of that?" He comes with, "I see a man who's frustrated." Yeah, because of what I saw on the sideline in his demeanor. He didn't answer my question.
No, he didn't.
He created another question within my question and answered his own question.
That's for Jarrell in there too.
That boy good. That boy good.
Yeah,
wow.
That boy's good. Joe Mixon got hurt last night, and so hopefully he will be back. Let me ask this. I'm usually not a fan, but what did you think about Bengals uniforms last night? Cold. They were cold last night.
They were nice. They were, and usually on Monday night they wait for those color rush to roll out those color rush unis. But what made them not the color rush because their socks weren't orange. But man, those were cold. And man, they look nice.
Look good. Well, we also had another football game on last night.
No, boo.
It was a college football game last night. The Miami Hurricanes at Hard Rock Stadium taking on the Virginia Cavaliers. Miami without their starting quarterback, De'Aaron King. And it was heartbreaking to say the least. It was heartbreaking to say the least. And I want to say to the great Glenn Allgood, who is the consummate Canes fan, you have my condolences for last night's game. You have my condolences for last night's game. It was tough. It was
Virginia is one of those ACC foes who, along with North Carolina, they've got Miami's number. And when Miami joined the ACC, for some reason or other, and South Florida period is fertile ground for football talent. And like we were talking a couple weeks ago, how those schools come into Miami and recruit. Virginia is one of those schools. A lot of kids from South Florida on that squad, and it was just heartbreaking. They took it to them, and they always seem to have our number.
None of what you're talking about right now mattered last night. Look at Cuff just shaking his head. Chris,
what'd you see, Chris?
I just want to know where that turnover chain song is. Where's the turnover chain song? That
we don't hear none of that now.
Every time I'm in there.
Don't play it now. But just to set it up, Virginia 30, Miami 28. Miami was down. And man, what a great run, great drive to get them within field goal position with like 3 seconds left in the game. Chip shot, 33 yards, but you had a freshman kicker. And he hit the left goal post.
He hit the goal post
straight on.
Oh,
Chris, what did you think when you saw that?
Oh,
my heart dropped.
I was like, "Oh, Miami lost."
Yeah, because you're 0-4. Because y'all are 0-4.
Great Canes lost.
Because y'all are 0-4.
Turnover chain, lost.
0-4.
Yeah, it's a bad year for us.
That hurt. But that hurt because we were both 2-2, Bishop. Now we're 2-3. We had some glimmer of hope to win the ACC Coastal or even to be in contention. But now it's going to look really, really, really weird.
No,
Florida State, Miami are not at the top in the ACC. Even Clemson. Clemson has been knocked down.
Even Clemson.
But here was what was on the line last night, Glenn, is that your first conference game.
Right.
You were 0-0 in your, so this was an opportunity to go up one in Coastal, and you lose it on a chip shot field goal. Virginia Tech's quarterback Armstrong 25 for 44 for 268, 1 TD, 1 interception. Van Dyke 15 to 29, 203 yards, had 1 TD and played well better in the second half.
Yeah,
Glenn, I must admit this. I must have integrity on the show. I was watching the game and I'm thinking while they're going down in their drive, I'm thinking they should go score a touchdown. Stop just running this ball straight up the middle, go around the edge because it's been working for them because I got a feeling they ought to score a touchdown. And so they put everything in place for the field goal. Something in me, I don't know, but something in me said he's gonna miss. He's gonna miss. And I don't know if I'm still hurting because it happened to the Vikings 2 weeks ago where we had a chip shot field goal to win, and it happened. And so I think that's where. But Canes lose 30-28. They're now 0-1 in the Coastal. and why the banter was going on a minute ago. Cuff is a Florida State Seminole fan. He's, I have a Seminole football shirt on right now, but this is for Seminole High School.
Seminole High School,
this
number
is for
one.
Seminole High School. No, we're not number one,
right.
but we do play Shamana Madonna out of Hollywood. It's a big game tonight. They're ranked number 5. We're ranked number 11, and so it's a big. Before we go, Cuff, and man, that hat is making me throw up a little bit in my mouth. But anyway,
I'm sorry.
We're gonna let you talk. But what's going on with FSU? And I asked Glenn Allgood this. Is your coach the guy?
I still have faith in our coach, but it's going to take some time, man. He inherited a mess, and it's not something that's going to be fixed overnight. So we'll see. We'll see. It's looking horrible and embarrassing, straight up.
Why do you say he inherited a mess?
Because they sucked for a while.
So Taggart's guys were.
They didn't do it.
"Quote unquote" a mess.
They didn't do the job.
Okay.
They didn't do the job.
All right. So is it the
and I think
FireMikeNorvell.com coming soon?
I think it's out there already, but I think it's too soon.
Okay.
It was too soon for Taggart too. Let me put that out there as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it was too soon as well, but it's kind of as much as I can talk about Florida State. So let's move. We're going to preview the NFL games for this weekend. When we get to What's Your View, we'll also preview the top college football blogs when we get to What's Your View. But as we continue in top stories, NBA training camps opened up all over the NBA this particular. I'll just go on record. ESPN is the LeBron James network. if he buys his shoes, they cover it. If he
what a hater you are,
they cover LeBron James, even though he shouldn't.
Paul Pierce was right about what?
He was hating when he said it, but he could be right. He says, I don't care anything about ESPN anyway, because on ESPN, you're required to talk about LeBron.
Wow.
But so if I don't need to see another, first they got.
When did Ray John come back? When did Rondo come back?
Cuff.
Yes, sir.
You and I are Magic fans.
Yes.
Okay, but we're sports commentators.
Mm-hmm.
The great Glenn Allgood, I know he's busy, but he claims to be a Laker fan.
I'm confused.
I'm a Lakers enthusiast.
Really a LeBron fan. How can a true Laker?
When did Ray John come back?
When did Rondo come back? We know Rondo came back.
Oh my God!
But the alleged Laker
he didn't even look right. He didn't even.
know.
He was messing up the team picture.
He looked just like he looked 2 years ago.
Right.
Same.
I like Ray John, but he just
same thing.
You notice he wasn't in the 360 picture though.
He wasn't but neither was Melo.
That's right.
So they lined up, AD, then LeBron, then Russ, and they call it Lake Show 360.
Yeah. Hey, y'all see they put y'all's guy out there too. D12. D12 still laughing at y'all. Dwight still laughing at y'all.
They should have just put like 063. And I'm not talking about decimals. I'm talking about actual numbers, because that's probably what they're gonna shoot from 3-point line. But it's gonna be an interesting. They're stacked. Make no bones about it. They are stacked. They are stacked.
They're gonna be a fun team to watch.
It's gonna be fun. They are stacked. They are.
Yeah, it is.
And I give LeBron his props. Nobody else in history of basketball in their 19th year was still a top 5 player. In the history of the NBA.
Yes.
Nobody has been a top 5 player in their 19th year. In your 19th year, you're usually coming off the bench. You're usually, average 4 points and 2 rebounds, and everybody's celebrating you about who you were. We can still celebrate this guy for who he is.
Right, so he's the guy.
You can still give him his props.
He's the guy, Bishop, that married his high school sweetheart.
We don't
He's
care
the guy.
about that.
He's the guy who writes children's books. He's the guy that opens up a school a la Oprah Winfrey. He's the guy. He's the guy never got in trouble. Why would you not want to have this guy on?
Left Miami.
Put him up there. Yeah, he's the one brought his talents to South Beach.
Left.
For 3 years, we rolled the wave. The big 3. He said he will give us 5. He gave us 2. We're good with it.
Where's my magazine?
These two dudes are such haters. Y'all are such haters.
Wait a minute. I used to be able to do this when I was a little kid. Yesterday on my show, we were talking about Leave It to Beaver. There's a no-show. I don't know if I can still do this, but if I can, it applies to all of this. That gives me something to do while Glenn is talking. Let's see if I can still do this.
Was that the best? Was that
Andy
the best?
Griffin.
Yeah.
That's Andy Griffin. Andy Griffin. So can we talk about the rest of the NBA?
Let's go.
Okay. Yesterday, Philadelphia 76ers star Joel Embiid calls Ben Simmons' situation borderline disrespectful to the team. As we all know, Ben Simmons has said that he will never, ever, ever, ever play for Philadelphia 76ers again.
Can you blame him?
Yeah, I do blame him. I do blame him. And a couple people, I'm usually not.
This is a team that's supposed to have your back, bro.
I'm not usually in agreement with Stephen A, but he did say something that made sense on this particular week. He's listen. Philly is a hard-nosed town. And yes, did Doc Rivers handle the post-game press conference after they lost? Did he handle that badly? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. But should that bring us here? One of the things that's always been said, Stephen A said this. He said, because you're in a hard-nosed town, you can't, when you've had dogs like Dr. J, Andrew Tony, Mo Cheeks, Moses Malone, Allen Iverson, hard-nosed players, then you're saying Ben Simmons, you don't want to come back to Philly because you don't want to face the fans, because the fans are too hard on you? No, dude. And everybody has said all of his life, he has been catered to. People have made it cushion for him. People have made it soft for him. And at some point, you have to have some mental toughness.
Oh my God! So let's all pile on Ben.
We're not piling.
Let's all pile on Ben Simmons.
He's a great player. He is a great player. You average 18 points a game, 6-7 rebounds, 6-7 assists. All defensive team. You can't shoot. That is great. Ben Simmons is a great player, but Embiid came out earlier this week and said, we've always made choices on this team to accommodate him.
I was just going to say, how do you coach a weakness? How do you manage the weakness to fit in? How do you fit him in? Is that not a coaching thing?
No, it's actually a franchise thing. Here's what they did. They traded Jimmy Butler. Because Simmons said that Butler in the fourth quarter was taking the ball out of his hands. They signed Al Horford to space out the lane, because Horford usually shoots from the top of the key and doesn't need the ball. They've got rid of everybody that needed the ball so that he can have the ball. And in the fourth quarter in a playoff game, you got the ball and won't shoot. And we've made all of these adjustments for you. And now you're talking about you won't show up. Go have 12 seats.
Go have 10 seats. Yeah. Okay.
I agree.
Am I on point?
You're on point. I mean, what else are they supposed to do? I mean, they've been trying to make this fit for years with Embiid and Simmons and couldn't make it work. It's time for a change anyway. So just make the deal and get rid of him.
I did not know that they accommodated him with such detail. And then you said it was a franchise thing. I thought it was just a little personal, you do this, I'll manage your time. But I see they tried.
And it doesn't work. I mean, he's a great talent. He's going to fit somewhere, and I wouldn't necessarily if I think there are a couple of other teams that he would work on and work very, very well, who have more shooting, but they don't have the assets to give up for him. And it's going to be a mess. And he's losing, I think they said like $9 million if he doesn't show up for.
So if you were Ben Bishop, what would you do? Would you hire a shooting coach?
They've done that.
He's done that. We fought. Shooting is confidence. I'm going to take a page out of the Orlando Magic history playbook. We used to watch Dwight Howard in warm-ups shoot 12-foot, 15-foot jump shots all the time. He shot bank shots like Tim Duncan. He would shoot all the time and hit them and would never do it in the game. Shooting is confidence. We've fallen for the Ben Simmons in pickup games, shooting jump shots and hitting them, but we all know that you're not running full speed in pickup games, and it's about, can you get your shot off? And he's just not confident, and we can't. And with everything else, it works in the regular season, but this team is trying to win a championship, and that ain't gonna work.
Right.
Okay.
And we saw it not work. And you are a driver and a slasher. Now you don't even drive and slash in the playoffs because you shoot 50% from the free throw line. So you don't want to shoot jump shots. You want to go to the free throw line. What is this you gonna do?
He just wants to be a defensive specialist.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, it's
I like Ben.
So that's Glenn. We've talked about the Laker training camp. Any word from have anything to add from the Heat's training camp, since that's your
I have that. The Heat on my team. I have
everybody show up in training camp. Is everybody?
I've been so immersed in this in the event that my family's getting ready for tomorrow that I haven't checked.
Can't handle two teams.
But I did see that picture of LeBron in them.
That flip flop.
Yeah.
Other side of the flip flop was neglected.
His team, they should drop him. They should drop him. The Heat. They should drop him. The Heat should drop you like when we were in, all of us are in the same age range. The heat should drop you like when we were in junior high school, and a girlfriend was mad, and we called her and got the click. We got the, remember the house phone click?
I do.
The click. The next, the triple A.
That's what I'll get.
They give you the click.
Heat Nation, baby. Heat Nation.
That's a shame because y'all got Kyle Lowry, man. And this is no.
Man, they got
love?
got dogs.
Yeah,
they got dogs.
I'm excited and I'm eager. Yes, I am. I'm excited and I'm eager to see what we put on the floor this year.
No.
Know who I want to get better?
Okay,
I want Bam Adebayo. If he can get consistent and Diz, why are you looking like that?
You are making up stuff. Bam is their most consistent player.
No. Man, what about the Olympics?
He played his role in the Olympics. The Olympics is about your role. He played his role very well. What was his role? Play defense, rebound, and screen for
Bam Adebayo is the biggest 6'9" player in the world.
Okay, you my man. I'm gonna give you an alley-oop.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you an alley-oop.
Right.
It came out this week of the Heat. Tyler Hero tweeted that he's going to have a bounce back year, that he had a sophomore slump, and that people are sleeping on him, and every night he's going to wake them up. So what do you think about Tyler Hero in year 3? Alley-oop to Glenn Allgood.
This is a no-brainer. Tyler Hero is that dude, the dude that we saw in the bubble, the dude that sneered at LeBron and the Lakers. Tyler Hero can be that guy. And so if he says that he can do it, I know that he can do it. Tyler Hero is a star in the making.
I tried, Cuff.
Tyler Hero is a star in the making. I saw y'all.
We still get this fully weighing from this guy.
Mm-hmm. So you guys get Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony is your poster kid. You guys open up against the Knicks, and they send me this thing. They send me an email from the Magic, and it's got Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony?
We'll talk about the
Magic. Is leading you guys into battle?
We'll talk about the Magic when we get to the Magic view. Let's finish up really, and we'll take a 30-second break. LaShawn McCoy
Shady
announces his retirement. Chris Cuff, what's Shady's legacy in the NFL? He was a 6-time Pro Bowler. He had some great years with Andy Reid at Philly. What's his final legacy?
As a Dallas Cowboy fan, a lifetime Dallas Cowboy fan, I hate LaShawn McCoy. I'm glad to see him go. He did so much damage with his little self, busting through the line, strong, solid. I mean, I have nothing but respect for him. Great player. Caused me a lot of irritation, for sure. Nothing but respect for LaShawn McCoy.
Great Glenn Allgood, what's his legacy?
Shady McCoy's legacy, I think he was undervalued.
Okay.
And I think he's one of those great backs who won't get all the accolades, but he got the job done. Shady McCoy, his nickname says it all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His off the field stuff, but all in all, a great running back. Great running back. He'll be no Hall of Fame, right?
He's not a Hall of Famer. He's not a Hall of Famer. He had a good career. No. Listen, it's 10:38 in the city. Beautiful. We're going to take a 60-second break. We're coming back with What's Your View? We're going to preview college and college and NFL football for this weekend. And of course, we're going to take the Magic view. It's the Sports View with the crew.
Parkway in Miramar. The 4th annual Bell Games for food, fun, and game. Kickball, cornhole, taboo, judo, spades, and more. This is the ultimate game day. If you enjoy all fun, you should be in the 4th annual Bell Games 2021, Saturday, October 2nd, Miramar Regional Park. Visit ybfinc.org. Registration is just $20 and all proceeds go to the Yvonne Bill Foundation, a 501c3 organization. That's the 4th annual Bell Game. Saturday, October 2nd, Miramar Regional Park. Please visit ybfinc.org and register now.
It's the Sports View with the crew. It's 10:39 in the city. Beautiful right here on Inspiration 80 WOKB. I'm BDT.
I'm Glenn Allgood.
This is Chris Cuff.
We've got the NFL coming up this weekend, of course, and so we're going to preview these games really quick. We've got coming up in the early games the Falcons versus the Washington football team. Allgood, who you got?
Give me the Falcons. I'm going with Maniac.
Okay, Chris, who you got?
I will never pick the Washington nameless football team, so I will pick the Falcons.
As a
true
Commodore fan, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Who do you have, Bishop?
Washington's defense is not playing very well, so I'm going to go with the Falcons as well, which I already know that's going to give the Washington football team a win because the Falcons are not debatable at all, and so I'll check Miss Pat's Twitter feed after the game. We'll see what happens. We've got the 2-1 Bills versus the 1-2 Texans. Chris Cuff, who you got?
Texans are horrid.
What's your view? Allgood?
It's going to be the Bills. That young man is leading that team. The Bills have a really good football team.
So you like Josh Allen?
I love Josh Allen, and the Texans are hurting. They got a young man. What's his name? Davis Mills.
Yeah, because Tyrod is hurt. Poor
Tyrod
Tyrod
cannot catch a break.
Tyrod Taylor cannot catch a break.
They were looking good when he was in there too.
They got what's his name in the closet. They ain't letting him out.
Yeah, he might be secretly dating a Kardashian or something. Because
he
can't catch right. He cannot We got the Lions versus the Bears.
Oh.
Who you got? Allgood.
Give me the Lions because Justin Fields, your Justin Fields, Chris Cuff's Justin Fields, Jarrell's Justin Fields was 9 of 20. For last week, and he looked horrible.
Was he sacked 9 times?
9 times.
Yeah, sacked 9 times. Yes.
Myles Garrett had 4.5 sacks by him. All good. This was his response, Cuff. This was his response. He should just play football. I'm like, the coach's scheme sabotaged him. Nagy should be fired. He sabotaged his own player. Everybody knows it.
People were apologizing to Mitch Trubisky. They said, now we understand.
Right. People are going back and apologizing to Trubisky. Somebody said that Trubisky should call Justin Fields and just have a Matt Nagy. It's like, man, I know he is a quarterback killer.
Mm-hmm.
He is a Chris Cuff. Your Cowboys take on the 3-0 Panthers.
Oh, please. I mean, come on. Look at the hat. There you go. Cowboys all the way. We strong this week.
Last week we talked about teams that were 2-0, the worst 2-0 teams. The Panthers were, and they looked out last week. Dallas, Dak Prescott is playing at a very, very high level right now. Panthers will not beat down. It's gonna be a beat down, just like they beat down who they just with 41-20. The Dallas. Dallas is too good for them. Yeah.
Okay. I want them to lose. That's all.
I don't understand. I don't understand. Be rational. Be rational.
I want them to lose.
I don't understand. I don't understand the irrationality.
The hate is just unbelievable.
Coach Dolphins, Jacoby played really hard last week. He played really hard. Glenn Allgood, you got your nice Dolphin drip one right now. Who you going with? 0-3 Colts with Carson Wentz on 2 sprained ankles? Or are you with your Dolphins who are beat up and your defense?
This is going to be an ugly game.
Mm-hmm.
This will be an ugly game, but we will win. We will win. I'll take Jacoby over Carson Wentz and the banged up Colts.
My Vikings have the Browns. Of course, I'm going with the Vikings. We've had some heartbreaking losses the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Browns, Vikings. Chris.
I'll go with the Browns. The Browns have been hanging tough.
They're a good team.
Yeah.
All good.
Baker Mayfield is one of the best pitchmen at such a young age ever. And he's quarterbacking this star-laden Browns team. There are stars on both sides of the football. And this young team is just waiting to explode. It will be Cleveland.
I do love the yard sale.
See?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Are you gonna pay for that? Are you gonna pay for that?
Are these mine?
Listen, we're going to highlight a couple other games because a lot of these games are trash and we don't really need to talk about them. And so we can get to something else. But Seahawks 49ers, do the Hawks bounce back after a tough loss against the 49ers?
At San Francisco, too.
Yeah, and the 49ers had a tough game.
Yeah, I have to go with the Niners at home.
I'm going. Historically, Russell plays well there against San Francisco, which is a conference foe for them. So I'm picking Russell. They'll sweep them this year. And one side note, shouts going out to Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for telling Richard Sherman, "Hey, bro, come on. There's a spot for you over here." And when you mentioned San Francisco, and Seattle, that Richard Sherman was a natural. So just shouts out. You see how he does?
They are down 3 cornerbacks. They need some cornerbacks. This was not just a favor that was done.
He brings the guys in.
Some cornerbacks.
Did the same thing for Antonio Brown.
No, this is not the same thing.
Same thing for Antonio Brown. He did.
They are down 3 cornerbacks.
So, but still, you bring in Richard Sherman. You see, he had some problems.
An incident.
Okay. He went and got it taken care of, Bishop. This is humanitarian.
The marquee game of the week is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus going back to the New England Patriots. Glenn, who you got? Should we even ask?
I've got the great Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Bucks going in to finally show, because people say, was it Belichick or was it Brady? Was it Brady or was it Belichick? He's going to show the old coach that he needs to wear some sleeves on that darn cut-off sweatshirt.
It also helps that they have a much better team than the Patriots.
Yeah.
Right.
Give me Tampa. Give me Tampa, Bishop.
Cuff,
I'll be interested to see what I'll be interested to see what Belichick does, but the talent of the Bucks plus Brady, I mean, you got to pull for the Bucks.
See? You see?
Let's go to college football.
Let it go, Bishop. Let it go.
Let's go to college football. We've got a huge game, and we didn't see this game coming being this huge. You got number 2 Georgia versus number 8 Arkansas. Arkansas has looked really, really good. And Paul Feinbaum suggests that if Arkansas upsets Georgia that Arkansas should go all the way to number 1?
Arkansas. Wow.
I can't see them at number 1. I see them in the top 4 if they beat Georgia. Of course, the other marquee game is Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin, and Alabama. It's going to be an interesting, and everybody is picking Lane Kiffin for the upset. They're saying because, Florida played, Alabama so well, I think Ole Miss is going to get the brakes beat off of them.
Me too. Me too. That's a Saban setup game, giving them something to finally play for after dusting everybody all the time. This one means something. They're going to jump all over. Miss.
Saban has dominated all of the coaches that have come off of his tree.
And he's not really on the Saban tree, although he coached at Alabama.
Okay.
He's from the Pete Carroll tree.
Okay.
He's from the Pete Carroll tree. And speaking of Lane Kiffin, Pete Carroll, does Kiffin leave Ole Miss and take a second shot at USC? What's your view?
I heard you talking Pete Carroll, you talking Lane Kiffin?
Lane Kiffin.
I heard Lane Kiffin on the radio talking about, because he was down in Florida and Boynton Beach looking at the beaches, and now he's sitting on a dirty brown lake in Mississippi. So I would not be surprised if he coasted back out.
Very good. Very good. I love it when we're clicking. Lane Kiffin he's not going to be in those backwoods for too much longer. Lane Kiffin is meant to be in Southern California. Lane Kiffin is meant to be in Southern California, Bishop.
It's interesting that y'all describe it the way that, and I was in Mississippi recently, and no, I can't be there. I just can't be there. But a coach from Mississippi State sent my son Preston a message and said, "Hey, we saw your highlights, and we know you're just a sophomore, and we can't talk to you until you're a junior. But if you want to visit the campus on your own, we'll leave you tickets for a game, blah blah blah." And so my wife was like, "Cool, let's just go." I'm like, "I ain't going. I ain't paying my way to Mississippi. Next year they will send for him and we will go. But I ain't paying my way to go to Mississippi. No. That is not going to happen. That is not going to happen. So if they take that trip, it will be the Michigan versus Wisconsin. Florida Gators, we have Kentucky. I think it's a trap. We got to really, really well against Kentucky.
You all are going to kill Kentucky.
Well, Kentucky's 4-0, and they've been thinking they had what it takes to beat us for the last years, for the last 3 or 4 years.
Because they too heavily recruit in Florida.
Yeah, and so it's going to be in Mississippi State. And we got a couple minutes left in What's Your View, so let's go to Magic View. The Magic View, the great Glenn Allgood brought it up earlier. The Magic training camp opened, and in our marketing materials, we are showcasing a lot of Cole Anthony. I think it is because of his I think it is because of his effervescent personality. He's got,
and you will be right.
He's got the personality. He's got
Magic need a spark. They need a spark.
He's so
Cole is nuts.
You never know what he's going to say.
Cole is nuts.
Yeah,
Cole is nuts. Cuff, give us some insight of what's going on with the Magic.
Okay, so over in Magic Land, it's a very happy place. Everybody's happy. We're back. Everybody's loving Coach Mosley. They look like they will run through a wall for Coach Mosley. They really, really like him. He's pushing them hard. It's going to be a hard, speedy offense. They have 0 stars, 0. Jalen Suggs will be a future star, and he's looking super, super promising. But when you have pundits talking with the Magic saying that the number of wins don't count this year, that's not going to be a good year.
I hate that talk.
It's not going to be a good year.
They're not looking for a good year.
No, not at all.
They're not looking for a good year.
Nope. Look for deals on tickets.
Me, Jarrell, we're tired of suffering through, where it doesn't count. Yeah, it counts.
Yep.
It really counts. Here's what I think should happen. I think we should have this. We should have this on WOKB. It should be the Cole Anthony and Robin Lopez show.
Oh,
bring those two together. Cole Robin Lopez. Let me just here's the BDT view as it relates to the Magic. I love them, but I'm tired. I ain't ever leaving them, but I'm tired. This rebuilding has been going on for 7 years. I'm tired. And we have a roster of people. Like it's like 9 people. 25. I'm tired. No more children. But Jalen Suggs is going to be really, really good. If we could trade this phone number 1, because I think that when Tracy Brady has worn number 1 and the original number 1, and I wouldn't be mad if he was traded tomorrow. He can't stay healthy. I wish him nothing but the best. Hear me right. But as a fan, he can't stay healthy. And we've already been told that both he and Markel will probably be not starting the regular season. They'll be starting on the list. He can't stay healthy. You don't produce enough to cause me this kind of frustration.
Not to mention the things that he's saying off of the basketball court. Yeah,
and that's my point. You don't produce enough to cause me this much frustration, and so I just wish he'd get it together. And
you're not saying shut up and dribble, though, are you?
No, not at all. Not at all. I'm just saying that we shouldn't draft anybody else off of Leonard Hamilton's team. We have failed at Florida State, and all of our Florida State draft choices have failed. And I love Coach Hamilton. I don't like Florida State,
too,
but I love Coach Hamilton.
I do too.
I loved him when he was at the Canes. But let's stop it. Let's stop it. And so we got to get out of here. We cannot end the show on a bad note. And right now the Magic View is a bad note. So let's end it on a good note. Let's see. Oh, WNBA playoffs. They are balling. I don't care. They are balling. They are balling. And to see Brittany Griner and Liz Campage going at each other.
They're going at it?
They're going at each other. And so check that out. Check that out. What you guys doing this weekend?
Man, I am headed down to Miramar, Florida to hang out with my family, our family's organization, the Yvonne Bell Foundation, who helps people that are dealing with cancer and those types of issues, caretakers, families, survivors, and the like. We give them a day off where they just can come down and just take a whole really load off, man, and eat and have fun, board games, field games, a lot of track and field and rec and stuff. We're going to have a good time tomorrow for the Bell games down in Miami.
If anybody's listening, please do not choose Glenn on your kickball team. Whatever you do, if you want to win, don't choose him on your kickball team. Cuff, what you got this weekend?
We're going to be working on promoting our premiere of our feature film on human trafficking. Don't Say My Name. Orlando premieres November 15th and 17th. Regal Park Village, Regal Winter Park Village. So come out. 2 special screenings for Orlando. Produce this with 24 Flicks. It's an awesome film about human trafficking.
I love it.
So get some info on it, man. It's strong. You'll hear more info on it soon.
Nice. Bishop, what you got?
Too much. My whole day is full. Yeah, I'm back past and so I got too much. Hey, Glenn, Chris got old school going on. He's got an ear pod in one ear. He's holding his phone with the other ear.
I see it.
It looked like he's getting ready to say, "Now, girl, we got to get out of here." Great Glenn, Allgood. Close us out.
Listen, join us same time next week, same bat time, same bat channel in the man cave. I'm Glenn Allgood.
I'm Chris Cuff.
I'm BDT. It looked like he's about to say, "Now, girl, I'll be over there."
I'll call you back. I'll call you back. Please. I'll call you back.
See ya.